How do you apply for an NIE? If you are a new property owner or a realtor agent in Spain or live here as a resident, you need an NIE.
Número de identificación de extranjero.
This video aid explains what an NIE is and how to get it, either in Spain, outside of Spain, or using an agent. What is an NIE? NIE is an abbreviation for
Número de identidad de extranjero.
or Foreigner's Identification Number. This number is your identification as a foreigner and is a tax number in Spain. How do you apply for an NIE number? You have 3 different ways to apply for an NIE. Number 1. Applying in person in Spain. Here are the steps. Number 1. Prepare the necessary documentation. 2 copies of the EX15 application form filled out and signed. And an original document plus a photocopy that justifies your reason for applying for an NIE, such as a private purchase contract for a property, deposit contract, or a mortgage approval. Your passport and a photocopy of the main page of your passport. Number 2. Take all documentation in person to the place of submission. You will have to go to one of the immigration offices. You will have to pay a tax of around €10 at the nearest bank branch after making your application. Then take proof of this payment, the stamped receipt from the bank, back to the
Oficina de extranjeros.
That completes the application process. For more information on the procedures and where to find your closest immigration office, go to the Public Administration website. 3. Collect NIE number immediately or after a few days. After you have submitted your NIE application, you will be given an official receipt
Resguardo.
and a time date after which you can return to collect your NIE document. The second way to apply for the NIE in person is at a Spanish consulate abroad. Here are the steps. Number 1. Prepare the necessary documentation. Your passport and a photocopy of the main page of your passport, 2 copies of the appropriate application form duly completed but not signed, as you will need to sign in the presence of a consular official. You have to pay a fee in your local currency. You might also have to produce an original document plus a photocopy that justifies your reason for applying for an NIE number. A self-addressed envelope, no stamp. An envelope addressed to
Comisaría General de Extranjería y Documentación.
Step 2. Take all documentation in person to your nearest Spanish consulate. You have to go in person with all the relevant documentation to your nearest Spanish consulate. Step 3. Await notification from the Spanish authorities. If all goes well, you should receive your NIE in PDF format by email within 2 to 3 weeks. The final way you can apply for an NIE is through a representative in Spain. Grant your representative a
Poder.
or power of attorney signed before a notary, expressly granting permission to request an NIE number on your behalf. Let your representative have your passport, or send them a notarized copy of your passport.
Copia legitimada.
If you get it from a notary outside of Spain, you will also need the Hague apostille, but not if you go to the Spanish embassy or consulate.